Hey guys, what's up? Earth Nick here. I'm gonna make this video without a script. If I stutter or trip over my own words, sorry guys. I'll try to cut the bad parts out. But so today, as you see in the title of the video, I'm gonna explain to you why PCs are much better than consoles. There's a lot of reasons why they are. For example, a lot of people say consoles have, well, first of all, it's not true, but some people actually say consoles have better graphics than PCs. No, that's not true. PCs have better graphics. That's one reason. For example, if you check out Arma 3, I believe you'll see that the graphics on it is amazing, and you won't see that on a console because PCs have much stronger graphics cards. On PCs, there's a huge part which is probably almost the size of a Wii U that you put into a PC, and it's made to actually process the graphics. So that's one reason. Also, PCs also have more games for them. And I know a lot of people say that's what consoles have, but that's not true again. So, for example, one reason is because since all PCs have Windows, that means really old games, which are for Windows, still run on new PCs which still have Windows. For example, like Half-Life. It still runs on PCs today, even though it's so old. So, for example, on the Xbox One, it's only recently are they adding backwards compatibility, which is disgusting. And on the PS4, I'm not sure, but on the Xbox One, it's crazy. So, yeah, that's one reason. And also, for example, on the Xbox One, speaking of games, also, for example, when you buy a new Xbox, say you buy a console from, let me think. So, say that you buy an Xbox One today, and almost all of your games are for the Xbox 360. So that means that you're gonna have to buy all of your new games for the Xbox One, because first of all, even if the Xbox One has backwards compatibility, it won't be exactly the same thing because those games are still for the Xbox 360. And if you want to buy them for the Xbox One, because probably the games for the new consoles probably have better features, better graphics, but you're gonna have to pay for it again. While on PCs you have Steam. Steam is where you buy all your games. It's like a game store, so it's like Xbox Live, but it's for PCs. And you don't even have to use Steam. You can use another gaming client, for example, Origin, Uplay, or some other things like this. They even have Xbox Live for PCs. So on Steam, for example, you can buy your games, and if you get a new PC, those games you can still download those games for free because you already bought them on your old computer. So yeah, that's really cool. And speaking of that, yeah, on PCs you can use any game client you want. For example, you can use Xbox Live, you can use Steam, you can use Origin, you can use Uplay, and all of those gaming clients. So yeah, that's really good because you have freedom. You can do whatever you want. For example, and also, speaking of freedom, in consoles again, on the Xbox One, look, on the Xbox One and on the Xbox 360 and on the PlayStations, they're also non-upgradable on a PC. On the PC, you can upgrade your parts. For example, you can get a new graphics card. You can upgrade it from NVIDIA GTX. For example, you can upgrade from a GTX 780 from a GTX 980, and then you don't have to buy a completely new computer. While on consoles, you do. And that's really cool because then you save all your files. You still keep all your files. You can and you don't have to get a new computer. So that's the whole point. And also, yeah. So let's see. So also PCs have much better controls. Don't even start. Look, keyboard controls are better than the controls on a controller. And even if you played on a controller for your whole life, it's much easier to learn the keyboard controller. For example, the mice are much more comfortable. Your keyboard, it's much easier, trust me. Everyone says, oh, it has all the different keys. It's so hard. It's not, trust me. There's like literally, like maybe 10 keys on the keyboard that actually do something in most of the games. Pretty much the WASD, probably F, G, R, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 keys. And it gives you much more freedom. You can pick any key that you want and use it as a keybind. For example, on the PC, when I change on CS:GO, for example, I changed my keybind from X to Z for my voice. So that's amazing because you have much more freedom. And on Xbox and on consoles, they keep on. In the long term, consoles may actually be more expensive. People say that PCs are more expensive, but think about it. So, just think. So you buy a PC for $600, or you build one for $600, which is very easy actually, because, trust me, you just watch a YouTube video how to build a gaming computer, and you just do exactly what they say. So you buy one for $600, okay? And a console for like $300, okay? So you're probably planning to use that console or PC for the next maybe 5 years, at least. So, think, 5 years. So, you need to pay. So for the Xbox One, if you want to actually get the most out of it, you pay $60 a year. So 60 times 5 is 300. So your console, if you want to use it for 5 years, it actually costs now 600. Okay? So on a PC, it's still 300. No, it's still 600 because you don't have to pay for multiplayer. Now, look, on your PC. Now, on a PC, look, when you buy a new console, you have to buy all the games for it after that, right? Because, like, you need to buy the games for the Xbox One, especially if you're upgrading. So that adds maybe $100. If you have like $100 in games for the Xbox 360, you buy all those games for the Xbox One, okay? Assuming that those consoles don't have perfect backwards compatibility. So then you buy those. On the PC, on the other hand, all those games are still like free. You can transfer them, and you can install these games for free if you already bought them on the PC. So you see now PCs actually cost less than consoles. And there's also much more things. For example, if you want to buy a hard drive for an Xbox 360, or an Xbox One or something, you have to pay extra. And on a PC, you can there's a lot of like cheap stuff you can get for PCs. For example, you just buy a cheap hard drive, for example, like those stuff, because Microsoft always wants you to buy their stuff. Like Microsoft makes their own hard drives for the Xbox, and you need to pay more for that. Also, for example, on PCs you just buy a universal hard drive. Also, PCs are also cheaper because you can like get cheaper games for them. For example, let me give you an example. So an example is G2A. You can get cheaper games, you save money, while on consoles you actually need to pay for their price. Now also on PCs, there's also the Steam Summer Sale where you can save a lot of money. Therefore, PCs are actually cheaper than consoles, as you learn. So then, PCs also have free mods and add-ons. So for example, on the PC, you can get mods which add features to your games, even if you don't want to buy a new game. So for example, in Skyrim, you can get extra mods on Steam, and all of them are free. And that's amazing. And also PCs can do much more than consoles, obviously, duh. So like if you want a PC, so your PCs can also browse the internet. Your PCs can also check your email. You can also watch movies on your PC. No, of course, you can watch movies on the Xbox One, but PCs you can watch more on it from more services, obviously. And also on PCs, you can do actual work. You do your work for school and stuff. Therefore, like, if you have a console, you probably are buying a console and a computer, while a gaming PC, you just buy a gaming PC, and everything else you simply do on a gaming PC. So that's one way they're actually cheaper, as I said before. So PCs can do much more. So what else? So also PCs, finally, as I said before, they have better graphics. PCs actually have dedicated graphics cards inside them that you actually, if you build one, they're not that expensive. Some of them are $100, some of them are less than $100, but they still can play 1080p at 60 FPS. For example, when the Xbox One came out, it had 1080p at 60 FPS for the first time in the console world. So on the PCs, however, we were able to do that for years before that. PCs were also historically the best gaming machines because the first 3D games were made for the PC, and the consoles still used 2D for a long time after that. So therefore PCs, now you see why PCs are much better than consoles. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And in the comments below, guys, tell me if you disagree. Explain to me why you actually think consoles are still better than gaming computers, because that would be hilarious. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and have a good one.